probably be in a cellar.
Did you hear about the TSA worker who they made fun of the size of his member every day, so he punched his boss in the nose and then he got arrested?
Violation of privacy. Why am I getting punched in the face when a man's sexually harassing me, talking about my private parts to my face? Why isn't that man arrested? Why isn't he fired? Talking about my private parts, that's sexual harassment.
Well, it's more than that.
Up, Alex. You got me all fired up.
Well, no, you're awesome. I look forward to having you back on. Maybe I can have you sometime on a better connection, fill in on the show, because you definitely are an informed person, and I think we're on the same page. All right. Well, thanks for coming on with us, Owen. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. And ladies and gentlemen, I can only add, people for 3 weeks, a minority of people. I mean, I could give you Valhalla on a silver platter, and people would complain. But I've seen this fake meme being put out, probably by operatives, of why is Alex spending hours every day talking about the TSA? Because if they're able to get away with this, they can get away with anything. If they can touch your genitals, and now, 3 weeks ago, it's pat outside. First, it's back of the hands. Then it's inside of the hands. Then it's squeeze. Now it's, we're going to stick our hands in your pants. And it's not just, because I know how the TSA will operate. They'll come out and say, Owen's not telling the truth. Oh, really? We have clips of newscast with the news reporting it with other people. See, first it's, we're just going to run our hands in your waistband. Oh, now I'm going to stick my hands in your pants and pat your rear end. I'm going to pat your... I mean, this is going on. This is happening. And I can only salute the Drudge Report. 9 billion page views in the first 11 and a half months, or I guess 10 and a half months, because we've got a month and a half left in the year. It's the 16th day of November 2010. In 10 and a half months, 9 billion page views. 9 billion. We are getting millions of readers a day on top of the millions we already get from the Drudge Report. We salute the Drudge Report for understanding how key this issue is. It was the Drudge Report 3 weeks ago that began to pick up our video clips, our articles. And then other people started complaining, and other people started standing up, and other people started saying no. And now it's just the front page of every paper. It's, you know, we're not talking about some stupid royal wedding anymore. That's way down the page. We're now talking about real issues. We're now talking about the government putting its hands on your genitals. The government in your pants. And we're now understanding that this is all a giant stinking fraud. And we now have the update on the article. Update. Owen J.J. Stone appeared on the Alex Jones Show today to discuss the incident and how the TSA goon touched his parts by specifically patting his backside and testicles. We need to add to that, Paul. I said an IM to him. We need to add, Paul, specifically inside his pants. That's the key. If the hand was inside the pants. Inside the pants. So it needs to read, Owen J.J. Stone appeared on the Alex Jones Show today to discuss the incident and how he was embarrassed to tell the whole story previously. He went public with the fact that the TSA agent, while apologizing profusely, put his hand inside his pants and patted his genitals and gluteus maximus. Get me Watson online. He's probably already listening. Just get him online, please. As I go to break here in a moment, I want to specifically give him the update. So it's specifically what is there. This is a big update to this national story that Owen J.J. Stone, you notice he was kind of hesitant the first time he told it. He was like, and then he kind of put his hand on my pants and he touched my privates. Oh, well, I pressed him on it. I said, what did he do specifically? Put his hand all the way around his thighs, on his buttocks, on the buttocks, in between the sweatpants and the underwear. So he didn't do it under the underwear, on top of the underwear, and patted him. Then he went to the front of his underwear, and patted his testicles. And I'm sorry to have to get into this on air. This is what the government's going to do to everybody. Talking about it is good to expose it. What's bad is that they're doing it. So go ahead and dial Watson. I want to talk to him during the breaks to get this update done. Thank you. Now, we're going to come back from break. I know the callers are going to be all over the map, and that's fine. We're going to go to Frank, Sean, Mike, James, Emmanuel, and others. 1-800-259-9231. We got a bunch of economic news. It's just more of the same. The bankers that have engineered the world collapse, trying to get even more power and control out of what they've engineered. A lot of people are fighting it worldwide. The economic numbers continue to come in. Stock market plunging. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, as we cover life inside the New World Order.
Are the threats of a biological attack to the U.S. real?
If biological warfare is real, what should I know before it happens to protect my family?
The answers to the unthinkable are inside a new book by Christian patriot and author Sam Adams, Pale Horse, How to Survive a Chemical or Biological Attack. Inside what's been called the must-have manual for surviving the attack and mass panic that will follow, you will learn what the actual biological and chemical threats are, how to respond to events that are almost certain to happen, what the government's response is likely to be, how some will take advantage of the chaos, and exactly how you should prepare. To get Pale Horse, How to Survive a Chemical or Biological Attack in hard copy or immediate digital download, go to biowarsurvival.com or call 877-327-0365. That's 1-877-327-0365. Or buy online at biowarsurvival.com. That's BIOWAR survival.com.
This is not your father's Biowar Survival Handbook.
As many people know, ever since President Nixon took us off the gold standard, the U.S. dollar has been devaluating. What people don't know, however, is how this directly affects your personal finances. Is there a way to protect your portfolios from losing value? The answer to all of this is gold and silver. They both have maintained their purchasing power for 6,000 years. If you had $100,000 in cash and $100,000 in gold and silver back in 1913 and kept them until now, your cash would have the buying power of only $4,800, but your gold and silver would have the buying power of $3 million. The answer to protecting your assets is simple. Call John Ballman today at 1-800-686-2237, extension 169. Get all your questions answered before your money is worth zero. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 169. Take action today while we still accept paper dollars for gold. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 169.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cameras, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Who is Sam Andy? Sam Andy Foods is life insurance in a can. Life insurance you can eat. Sam Andy Foods has been serving loyal customers worldwide for over 50 years. Why so long? Simple. Sam Andy Foods have perfected the taste and quality of low-moisture foods. Foods that last 15 to 25 years. And that's made us an industry leader among families, sportsmen, outdoorsmen, churches, schools, people living in remote areas, U.S. troops in wartime, and many others. Sam Andy is America's leading supplier of over 100 high-quality, low-moisture products and everything you need to survive in any emergency. Visit SamAndy.com today for your free full-color catalog and free trial subscription to the Survival Times newsletter. That's SamAndy.com. Just like it sounds, SamAndy.com. Or call toll-free 1-888-331-0358. Your one-stop shop for everything your family needs to prepare for any emergency. Sam Andy Foods. Life insurance in a can.
More and more, Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com. The alternative media is driving the news. Yesterday morning, we found an online YouTube clip of a 3-year-old screaming and crying with the enhanced pat-down We wrote a story about it, and today the San Francisco Chronicle has it, TSA pat-downs a screaming toddler. So it just shows how more and more we're driving the news. And again, top link on Drudge. Here's some of the other news. Stocks extend losses amid China-EU worries, sell-off, bond market defies Fed, weaker dollar seen as unlikely to cure joblessness. Yeah, because there are no industries there. Even if the dollar goes down and that encourages manufacturing, you can't compete with the Chinese because they're already at rock bottom. They're already, it's the giant sucking sound to the bottom. It's the race to the bottom. Let's go to Frank, Sean, Mike, James, Emmanuel, and a few others, and I will get to the economic news and some other key info. But let's go to Frank right now in Texas. Frank, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex, I called last week mentioning to you that the TSA had kind of like racked me in the crotch area, and I was back for another trip this past weekend. And the pat down, the guy who did the pat down was actually, you could tell he felt bad. And
he was loving. He was more, but they admit this pressure thing, like they just, let me make sure that isn't a bomb. Yeah, and I guess.
The guy I had the problem was with the TSA guy checking my ticket, and I had a driver's license that expired just by 2 days, but I had my passport with me, and he kept wanting to know when I was going to go renew my license. And I said, "Look, buddy, I'm flying. I'm not driving. What's it to you?" And he said, "Well, aren't you going to drive when you get to Dallas this weekend?" And I lost it, and I said, "You know what? If I feel like driving, I will, and if I don't, I won't."
No, see, he wants to boss you around. It has nothing to do with stopping terrorists. His bosses launched the attack, and he knows it. It's about letting you know, slave, you belong to the government. We're going to be sucking a lot more off of you, and we're here to train you that we are the master. So it's any excuse to get in your business. He's some powerless person who couldn't get a job cleaning porta potties, but now he gets to tell. So he finds one little thing, he gets to let you know. Sorry, go ahead.
And I had okayed it with them the week before. They said, yeah, as long as you're not a criminal, we'll let the expiration be 1 year over the date, and you're okay. But to my surprise, when I told them I would renew it I would drive if I felt like it.
But you didn't even need the driver's license. You could have just had the passport.
But when I told him that, I thought he'd blow up, and he got red in the face. But guess what, Alex? He didn't come back with a single sound.
What did you say to this God? What did you say to this ruler?
He told me, "When are you going to? Aren't you going to drive this weekend in Dallas?" And I said, "If I feel like it, I will. If I don't feel like it, I won't." And I expected, to be escorted to the back. He didn't say a word, and the Border Patrol guys next to him started laughing because we're here on the border. And I just, walked through, got a real decent pat down, and I was glad I finally told that guy to shut up. And I was just surprised. It's like, what do they say? A barking dog never bites, and I think that was the case right here.
Well, look, they've been told, brutalize these people, drive them into submission. The globalists are getting ready to take the Social Security. They're getting ready to take large portions of the bank accounts. They're getting ready to really slap us around, and they've created this culture of worshiping the police state, worshiping our oppressors. It's over. And it starts with this TSA issue. I'm telling you, folks, this is big. This is only the beginning as people stand up and say no to tyranny. Let's talk to Sean in Georgia. Sean, you're on the air.
Hello, Alex.
Hello, evil Al-Qaeda.
Alex, how you doing, sir?
Good, go ahead.
Hey, this is Sean in Georgia. Hey, I just wanted to follow up with you is that, just hearing about these body scanners and intrusiveness, it's a little disturbing. But I made a couple of notes. It's normally if somebody's has evening wear, it's PJs. But I think that you should market InfoWars to JP's junk protection, Infowars.com. So when somebody goes to the body scanner, they can see, just like the guy had belief or anything else is, the person's protected. You should come up with a contest, much like an auto dealer. Offers, $1 million prize if somebody wins the Super Bowl by so much or whatever. But the first contestant or the first person that sues the TSA and wins should get $1 million. You can work with them and do that.
Well, they're being sued, but I don't have $1 million, so.
No. What I meant by this is, how the auto dealer does a publicity stunt where they'll say, hey, we'll pay a third-party vendor $100,000, $50,000. And only in the condition is, if they made 3 touchdowns or if they win by so much. So if you put some type of contest like you did before with your body scanners, it's getting so much publicity. It would really seem a key opportunity or a key point for you to go ahead, move forward, and do something with that. It keeps you in the news. More people are informed about.
No, Sean, that's a great idea. Why don't you write that up and send it to us? You know, that reminds me, we did our naked body scanner